Hello, viewers from wherever you are seeing this video from. My name is Paul, and you are welcome to the Opinion Sharers. With me tonight is Dr. Chidi, and I don't know whether I should call him Doctor or Chief or both. Anyway, you're welcome once again to the Opinion Sharers, Dr. Chidi. I
Thank you.
really did enjoy our last engagement with you, and I couldn't wait to have you again.
Thank
And
you so much.
I'm sure that this one is not going to be, less engaging.
Hopefully.
So, and I want to wish you happy birthday.
Oh,
Uh, I didn't know it was your birthday, but you're a man that deserves to be celebrated. So I celebrate you. We at the Opinion Share celebrate you. We wish you happy birthday.
thank you so
You
much.
you will have so much more to celebrate.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Even as we fight for Nigeria to become a nation that we can be proud of.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. Viewers, you're welcome. Please do share this link. It's important that we get people to be able to listen to this engaging opportunity to be able to hear from Dr. Chidi. He's a member of the Revolution Now, and he's a Nigerian by heart. He's also a Biafra by birth, right, Doctor?
Yes. So,
Okay.
unapologetic Biafran.
I love that. So these are some of the things we are going to be, looking at today.
Mm.
Thank you, Mommy Esther. This is Mommy Esther Oluyide saying good day. Thank you very much, ma'am. Is
That's a
a
powerful lady there, right there.
yeah, is revolutionary mommy.
Oh, yes. Any day, anytime. Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to take you up on some of the things that Buhari said during the October 1st, the independence of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I've divided the engagement into two.
Okay.
First of all, I take you on what the things that some of the things that Buhari said, and then I go to Sowore versus Nigeria.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing on my list here,
Mm-hmm.
even as we are hoping that there are more people joining us to, you know, watch this and engage with us. Please drop your question. I can actually take your question from here and throw it to the chief and doctor to look at it at the same time. Okay, so number one thing here on my list is Buhari. All right, he said
Mhm.
so many things in his speech, and I am glad that I made you listen or read through his speech.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be mentioning some of the key words that
Yeah.
were used in his speech, and I would have you, say one or two things about it.
Yeah.
So he talked about um, things such as democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he talked about together as a people.
Mm-hmm.
He used keywords such as sustaining democratic culture in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at the current situation in Nigeria, you find out that where did Buhari get these words from? Okay, so but then, I just want you to comment on these words. Do you want me to mention those keywords again?
Yes, you can mention the keywords.
Okay, the keywords are together as a people, sustaining democratic culture, and lastly, he used democracy in so many places in that statement
He said,
or
okay,
speech
so
rather.
what will help our viewers is if you call one, I will tell you my feelings about that. So let's start with together as a people. Okay. And it is the most ridiculous. Buhari is the most he, That's the most ridiculous thing to be coming out of the mouth of somebody like Buhari. Together as which people? What have we ever done together as a people under him except suffer? It is only when it comes to suffering that he remembers that we will do it together as a people. When it comes to starvation, joblessness, no roads, it is together as a people that we are feeling the suffering in Nigeria. So if he is talking about together as a people in that light, then he is correct. But when it comes to together as a people enjoying the benefits of our our wealth as a country, we don't do it as a people. When it comes to enjoying positions in either the government or parastatals or whatever, we do not enjoy it as a people. When it comes to driving expensive cars, living in big mansions, having private jets, we don't enjoy it as a people. So I don't understand what it means by together as a people. But if it means together as a people in suffering, in hardship, in joblessness, then I think he is correct in that aspect. Let's take another one.
Okay. The other one is democracy.
How can democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people? Will any right-thinking Nigerian tell you from any part of Nigeria that the government, even outsiders, a friend of mine who is Canadian, we're all Canadian, but let me say a white man, a white person, he was the one telling me about Nigeria. He said, Nigeria, your country, he knows about my country more than some people inside Nigeria. So we do not have a democracy. Honestly, it is not a government of the people, because a government of the people will say, we don't like this thing, change it for us. And the government will say, okay, because the government are servants of the people. The people own the government. So in a democracy, it is the people that decide what happens. Yes, so the people, if they vote you in today, you think you can come and say, and that's a mistake that politicians make. They say, we have been elected through a democratic process. Well, listen to this news. If the people elect you today and in a week's time they discover that you are a moron, that you are killing them, the same people will rise up and remove you by 1,001 means. The same way they voted you in, they can vote you out. They can decide to conduct another election by themselves, or they can kick you out through protests. So we don't have a democracy in Nigeria. We have there's a name that Omoyele Sowore calls it. I can't remember it now, but it is worse than autocracy even. Let's take another one.
Okay, the next one is it's sustaining democratic culture. Do you think we are sustaining democratic culture in Nigeria?
The funny thing is that the person talking about this thing doesn't understand what. Okay, to start with, I think it is a disservice to Buhari for us to be blaming him. If whoever is there representing Buhari, we cannot, in all honesty, be blaming the person who read that speech, because they didn't write the speech in the first place. So it's like he is taking the blame. It is the speech writer that I'm addressing, because the Buhari is not a factor in this discussion now. He's not the one that is talking to us. He's not the one that he is not in a state of mind to conceive anything meaningful. So let us remove him. In fact, what this thing should be is the speech, the writer of the speech against us. Please let us analyze what the writer wrote. It's not what Buhari. It's not Buhari now. So let's be fair to the man. So the writer of the speech.
Dr. Chidi, you are insulting us.
How can I insult you?
I mean, you are saying that the president's speech, that he has no input in it. That is
No, Paul, you are quoting me wrong. I did not say he didn't have input in it. He had
Yeah, but you are saying that you are
no.
directing your vote to the
I
speech
refuse.
writer.
No, I refuse that. You cannot
Okay.
say that on my president. He had input. The only input he had is that he read the speech.
What is the difference?
Okay, you say that is an input. That's an input. He read it. If he didn't read it, well, will you hear it? He read it. So that is the only input he made there. So the speech writer, what was it again that you asked?
He said he was talking about sustaining our democratic culture.
How can you see? That's my problem. You have to have the culture now before you sustain it. How can you sustain something that you don't have? You see, so I won't waste my time talking about it. You say you just, is it not madness? You see somebody on the street, you say, what are you thinking of? You say, I'm thinking of how to maintain my car. You ask him, have you bought the car? He say, no, I don't have the car, but I'm just thinking of how to maintain. So how can you maintain something you don't have? That's madness. So next question, please. Let's not waste time there. We can't maintain, sustain what we don't have.
Okay, I think this one would personally concern you.
Okay.
Okay, he said we came out of the Civil War with a focus on reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation.
Mhm.
Do you agree with him?
We came out of it with a view to do that, but we didn't do it. We didn't do it. He fought the war. He killed Biafrans. He was part of it. He knows what happened, but he himself does not have the moral, the conscience to even agree that all that was wrong. He has not opened his mouth to apologize to the people that he himself killed. What do you mean by reconstruction? You're talking about reconstruction when the Niger bridge, the only bridge that was there, the only bridge that he crossed with his own soldiers, is the same bridge that is still there. And when you go, it's only the pillars that are there standing. He's not been able to even construct the Niger bridge. Go and look at the expressway that runs, that federal express, the only federal road that runs through the east, the only one. He can't even repair it. How much was given to the Biafrans that survived the war? 25
No,
pounds. And he's talking about
Dr. Chidi.
reconstruction and reconciliation.
Dr. Chidi,
Yes,
let me
madam.
just chip in this one. Recently, there was a video circulating in a group, in a political group that I belong, that the bridge, the Niger bridge that has been left unattended for many years has just been constructed by the Buhari administration. So perhaps because you have not been in Nigeria
No,
recently, you
no,
did
no,
not
no,
know
no.
that that bridge has been constructed.
No, Paul, please, 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 don't. Not you, but anybody that uses the construction work going on in Onisha as a point to tell me that it is federal, that person is insulting our intelligence as Biafrans, as Igbo men. How much is the cost of that project? How long does it take to build a bridge? They build one pillar in 1 year, one pillar in 1 year. How much? Third Mainland Bridge, how long is this? Is a 10 kil. The old bridge is 10 kilometers. The new one is shorter than 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. Come on, man. I'm an architect. I'm into construction. I own a construction company here in Canada. Do you know how long it takes them to build bridges here? What are you telling me? Every day you talk, they go and show you the picture of the River Niger. They are building the bridge. They are building they even show the picture where it is commissioned. Yes, work is going on there. But what does it take? I mean, what do you want them to do for you to build one bridge? One bridge. Do you know how many bridges they have over River Benue? The bridge over River Niger in Lokoja. Do you know how long? It's almost twice the bridge we're talking about. I beg. Moving on.
All right. I go to my next question,
Go ahead.
Dr. Chidi.
Go ahead.
Yeah. President Buhari kind of alluded to the fact that our increasing population, might be a challenge, right? And being an ally of Sowore, I have seen Sowore or heard Sowore say many times that the population is not a problem for us. But President Buhari seemed to be saying that this is a challenge. Do you see it as such?
It's not Buhari. It's the writer of the speech. You keep making that mistake. So the writer of the speech, it's not him. The writer of the speech is such a moron, and I don't owe no apologies for this. How can Nigeria, when they talk about Nigeria in economic circles, they see us as we have a consumer population, a population that is heavily economically viable. It is a gold mine. Why do you think Zuckerberg came to Nigeria by himself? He didn't send anybody. He came here. Why do you think Google CEO came here? Why do you think Twitter CEO came here? Why do you think where is this rich man before that they are accusing of doing this injection? Within the color inoculation.
Bill Gates now.
Bill Gates. Why do you think Bill Gates came here? It's because
he has been to Nigeria several times, I think.
Several times now. They see the potential here. Why do you think Julius Berger has not left Nigeria? Why do you think Shell is still in Nigeria? Why do you think all these people are there? What are you telling me? Our population is actually a plus. In North America, that's why I keep telling my friends, if you are trying to migrate to US, if you're trying to migrate to Canada especially, don't give up. If they refuse you this year, they will take you next year, because here, the people, they know they born Peking. Their population is dwindling every day. They're doing all this man, they marry man, woman, they marry woman. So they know they born Peking. So they need us to come in to keep working for them. So your population is something good. Where the people cannot multiply anymore, it is a problem. How can something that is good, is needed in other places, be a problem in our own place, except that the people there are so clueless of what to do? Let me tell you something. Our country, our climate, our geography is well suited to handle 10 times our population. Do you know what it takes for somebody to grow corn here in Canada? We only have 3 good months before the weather is bad. 3 good months to do everything, and yet they can feed themselves. In Nigeria, you don't even need fertilizer. You just drop the corn on the ground, it starts to grow. What are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Put it in your wardrobe, self.
It will grow. It will grow. What is it? Which kind of population you get? It is not a problem. But it will be a problem for them very soon, because the population we are gathering, by the time we gather finish, I know what you do understand. What the writer means is that this population is a problem. Oh, this population is a problem. These people are growing. Oh, one day they will turn around and attack us. So that's the real meaning of the population problem.
All right, moving away from that.
Yes.
You've seen videos of the protests.
Yeah.
All right. I saw some arrests, around Lagos and some other states.
Yeah.
Now, would you say the protest, the revolution protest, was a success? Looking at all that went on, the turnout, the participation of the people, and all of that.
It was a very huge success. It was right here in your program that you had asked me what was our anticipation and our plans for the protest. And I told you that we are going to this front line. We're going to this protest knowing fully well that they were going to come after us with ruthless force. That they were going to do they were going to come up with all kinds of propaganda to discourage us from coming out. That we're going into it knowing that we'll be arrested. And all of that happened. And you asked me, do we have lawyers standby? And I said, yes, we have lawyers standby. So on the day, even some places like Lagos had to cancel what they planned because they knew that the protest was going to happen. The whole world. You see, what they don't understand is this, that with all the shenanigans they're doing in Nigeria, where they think they can stop people, cover them, all around the world, there was protests. And the whole world Once you do something like that, it sends a signal. On Twitter, it was on fire. So it was a huge success, very huge success. The arrests that we anticipated were made. Our lawyers went into action, and we released most of the people that were arrested. The only ones that were not arrested, that were not released on bail, was like in Lagos, where Nigeria and their manipulation. They just manipulated it to make sure that the bail conditions will not be met. And while we're still meeting the bail conditions, it don't pass. So the comrades now have to spend the weekend there. They are the only ones that are remaining to be released on bail. But all over the place, in Benue, in all over Nigeria, all of them have been released on bail. And the shocking part, I don't know if I'm preempting your question, is the appearance of Omoyele Sowore. That was aggressive.
You're actually preempting
Okay.
me. You are preempting me, because I was going to ask you that, were you expecting, personally now, not as an organization, I wanted to ask, were you expecting to see him on the street? Because personally, I thought that would be too risky. I thought maybe it probably would be unreasonable for him to be on the street, knowing the condition of his stay in Abuja, that it may be too risky to see him on the street. But I was amazed to have seen him on the street. So I wanted to take your personal, not on behalf of the organization now, but I want to, hear your own personal opinion. Were you expecting to see him on the street, and do you consider it, risky?
My brother, it's oh, sorry. I wanted to show this, if you permit me. Let me share this with your viewers. I hope I can. It will help them understand what we're talking about. I don't know if he has audio, fine. If he doesn't have audio, let me just share this, and then I will tell you how I felt about it. Policemen are here to intimidate and harass us. Long 60 years after, 20 years after democracy, which I don't call democracy, I call it morontocracy, because morons have hijacked the Nigerian democracy. Thank you. Are we here? I don't know if you heard the audio of that.
Yeah.
Okay, you did. Okay, awesome. Now, here I was on that day monitoring protests happening all around the world, and all of a sudden, I got this notification: Omoyele Sowore is live on Facebook, and I thought he was just going to show protest from some other place, and there he was. Immediately I saw him, my heart just sank, because I know Sowore, I know the way he talks about this thing. Let me tell you something. That man left his house that day not knowing if he was going to come back. He just left his house against every advice of everybody, including his lawyers. Nobody advised him on that. It was not in any plan. I'm not trying to brag, but I would have known if that was in the plan. But that was a personal thing that he kept to himself, and he contacted who he wanted to contact, and he didn't want to involve any other person except who he wanted to involve. And when I saw him, I was like, oh my God. And this is how all of us were sitting on the edge of our seat all through that day, because we were thinking. In fact, there was a moment in that protest when a black SUV just drove by. What I thought was that men were going to jump out of that SUV and drag. I thought that was them. So that was the height of brave. You see, I didn't hear anybody throughout that day till now tell me that Sowore is this. In fact, one guy mentioned it in my program, and I blasted the hell out of him. People who had told me that Sowore should go and see that, everybody was shut up, because for you to be in Sowore's position and to come out when you know that these people are looking for you, and to confront police, army, and all of those people in front of the US embassy. That to me, I don't even know how to describe it anymore. And he did that boldly, and he went back to his house. No special anything. He just drove to that place and drove to his house. I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, I think personally, I consider it the height of bravery. And I think in recent time that we probably have not had people like Sowore in terms of people who are in the civil society, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't want to appear as if as though I'm selling Sowore to people, but at the same time, it's just because I want to be an honest person and I don't care what people think or say about me, But this is just my personal opinion. This is just my personal feeling. He is somebody that I have respected before now, but I think it has doubled now. Seeing him that day, it means so much to people like me who are younger and who are believing that we deserve to have a voice in that country. So
Let me just say something, my brother. And I'm sharing this just to let you know, something. I mean, this is what I text to Shore. I'm just scrolling through something. And what I did, I texted him after that day. I said, man, you're a man. You attained a new level of respect with me today. Thank you for showing how to be ... That's what I see. We can talk, but I had to pause and send that to him because there was something he did in my brain. For someone at that moment, if you never believe that this guy does not consider his life anymore as anything in this truck, that moment told you. Because I mean, he didn't have to come out. Everybody knows what is the situation. He has SS people monitoring his movement every day. When he left his house, they left with him. When he came back, they came back with him. So he is not, he just threw care to the wind. All he had in that place, like I will tell you, is maybe his wallet and that small pack of toothpaste and toothbrush, because he wasn't sure he was going to come back that day. Sorry, man. The thing just, I get so.
well, it is almost it's almost something that should make people wonder the kind of person that man is. Because
That
see,
is
to be honest, people like me have gotten to the level where we think maybe we should just forget about Nigeria job. Maybe this country is no longer worthy to fight for.
um,
Just as I am preparing for this outing, Dr. Chidi, a friend of mine in Dubai sent me a message that based on what we are seeing, that he maybe by next week he might just have to travel to Liberia to get a passport of Liberia. It is that bad for some Nigerians. And then for you to now see somebody like Sowore putting himself out like that,
who doesn't have
you know,
to? He doesn't have to.
it doesn't. It's not necessary. I mean,
His wife and kids are
well, it might be necessary for him to stand for people like us and the generation to come, because I think we will be talking about him like we are talking about people like Thomas Sankara, which are very few people in Africa, in the whole of Africa, not just in Nigeria, who can put themselves on the line like that. But even in this generation, he has done it too. In the presence of a government that we know that they don't care, that they don't care about democracy. They just care. They want to stay to power. We know that people like Buhari, even though you are the one that's supposed to probably be saying this, but personally, I know that people like Buhari really does not care about an average Nigerian. They just want to be in power.
He doesn't even know what is going on. See, it doesn't see. With all, whether it is Buhari, whether it is a clone, whether he is brain dead, he is absolutely absent. Absolutely absent. Like he is not a factor in the equation. He's like his ex. X in the equation. It doesn't contribute anything. The answer will be the answer and X. Whatever equation you apply him. If you apply him to everything that is happening in our country, it is X times that thing. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't have a clue. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow the Twitter, Nigerian Twitter, on the eve of that event.
Yeah.
You saw what there's this guy who is acting like Fela Anikulapo.
I mean, what's his name? You see, my brother. You see, I have amnesia
Where,
for some things that don't. You see how it just escapes my mind. It doesn't.
yeah, even me,
He's a
I want
musician.
to.
He's a
Yeah,
musician.
he's a musician. They call him the African Giant. He just released a video.
No, he's a
That was
musician.
saying that he doesn't believe in all Nigerian politicians, and that that includes even Sowore, and Sowore had to respond to him,
Is it not
and
this man? Is Anyways, ask your question and I'll tell you.
yeah. So I want to, just, even though I know what your answer might be, but I want you to lend your voice to. Do you think Sowore has proven himself to be one of the bravest people that Nigeria has in this century?
Right now, I'm telling you, and I've said it 1,000,001 times to anyone in my generation who has ears to hear. If you like, call me a prophet, because I've been so consistent with this. The two people that I regard as my hero and heroes of our time, our moment right now, is Omoyele Sowore and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those are the two people. Yes, that somebody just says Burna Boy. Yeah. So these two people are the heroes of our time. And see, they bear the marks. They bear the marks of hero. It's all over them. Heroes that fight wars, when they open their body, you see wounds, you see marks, and they tell you stories. They say, this one, I got it when we fought that village. This one was when that guy attacked me with a spear and I fought him off. This one was when I was trying to protect that woman from the tiger, and the tiger scratched me. That's what heroes are made of. So when you see people like Sowore, you cannot but just keep him at that pedestal of one of the bravest of our time right now. Because how many people, even when people say the people that were charlatans, that were saying Sowore is not the best, other aspirants, when it was aspirants that was reigning. Okay, now after aspirants has finished, where are all the people? Where are all of them? They just shut up. So they are waiting.
You keep running ahead of me,
okay,
doctor.
sorry, my brother. So anyway, sorry, no vex, I beg.
It's okay. So I was going to see, present that thing that you just mentioned to you, that where are those young men, as in, is it that Nigerian situation has become better, that they have suddenly disappeared? Where are they today?
You see, where are they? They just shut up all of a sudden. Meanwhile, at that time, they say that no, we know the situation more than Sowore. They speak grammar. Some of them tell us philosophical something. They do video, put philosophy, do music, wear suits. Sowore is a rascal. Sowore is a ruffian. He just wants to he'll run back to America. But Sowore is in Nigeria right now with guns pointed at him. And his Sahara reporters never stopped. He's still exposing the same people. He's still challenging them. And he is there. Not with a siren. No. He doesn't go out with siren, and all of them go out with 2 or 3 cars. And so, you know what? People are seeing. People are not ignorant. They are seeing, they are hearing, they know. We are watching now, and people know. So where are all of them? And if you want to go back to Burna Boy, let me talk about Burna Boy. Burna Boy is it's just what he is, a boy. So when he grows up to born a man, he will reason like a man. So you can only forgive his youthful exuberance. I mean, when did he come into the scene? He came in here, so you're lucky you sing, your song can become viral, you know. All of us come to support you. All the young people come to support you. The thing can't get into your head. You can't look somebody like Sowore and say, today now everybody don't become Sowore fan. Everybody don't become Fela fan. You say Sowore is now claiming. Can you imagine? Can you imagine telling somebody that is old enough to be your father that is claiming to? How old is he? He doesn't even know. You see, it's ignorance, because I think Burna Boy should go and read. Should go and read history. Should go and read activism in Nigeria. He should even ask Fela's son. He should ask Fela's kids what they think about Sowore before he himself. He is an outsider. He's not the one they should consult when they're going to talk about Fela. So he should go and ask his fellow musicians. Ask Femi Kuti. Ask the other fella, Sheun Kuti. Ask Sheun and Femi now before you just come begin to yarn or pattern. That's as far as I'm concerned. He's a boy. Let's when he becomes a man, we can discuss manly things.
Dr. Chidi, I was earlier today. I was watching an engagement of Sowore and Sheun Kuti.
Yes.
You know, I think that was back in 2018.
Yeah.
All right. There were a few things that I noticed in that video, and this had to do with Nigeria and the oppressors. You know. So there was a particular place where Sheun said the difference between duty and job. So what most Nigerians are looking for is a job. But we really do not understand duty. All right. And unfortunately, we have very few people who are, you know, interested in duty to the nation. You know, like the one that Sowore just put his life on the line, because that's the way I see it personally. It's like putting yourself on the line, you know. And I have got it. I wrote it here. In fact, I wrote it here in my note. But there's no need to ask you again, because you already talked about it. That is it really worth it to still be fighting for Nigeria? You know, but you know, because some people like Sowore has already put themselves on the line now, we probably will begin to reconsider. You understand? So I want you to talk about the fact that what is it that is wrong with us? Why is it difficult for people to understand that there is a duty, that we all have a duty to fight for one another? Like it is trending on Twitter now since yesterday. End SARS. But people just want to just tweet. It is easy to tweet and sit down in your house and tweet end SARS, especially when it has affected somebody close to you. But when it is affecting somebody else, it really doesn't matter. So what is wrong with us that is making us not understand the concept of duty? We just want job, fighting for our individual successes.
You see, the thing is, like I said in one, I was invited to another forum. I participated in a Zoom meeting, and I repeated what I will repeat what I told them there. We are a conquered people inside that Nigerian contraption. You know, when you have been conquered, there was a time when things were happening and they were saying, oh, these people will conquer. Now they have been conquered. You know, like when you have conquered during those wars that they fight, one village conquers another village. They take everything. They take the women, they take the goods, they take everything, and they lock them up and they do with them however they want. That is the situation with people inside Nigeria. Their brains have been conquered now, and you know, they have been conquered, and it's not just that they are conquered physically, mentally they are conquered. So they are like on a yo-yo. Whatever they do, you know that they love. You see, when someone is conquered, you show love to your master because you want to eat. You know, when you're very hungry, you come and lie down and lick the feet of your master so that your Jeffrey, thank you. You lick the feet of you like your master more. You have to show that you love your master just because you want to eat. That is what is happening with people in Nigeria. So what you and I are doing is what we must continue to do right now. Let me tell you what happened, what the police helped us to do on Thursday during that protest. They continue to make heroes out of our young people. They are now creating new activists, because to be arrested by the police, to be carried in a Black Maria, that is like the highest point of, I don't want to use the word initiation, but that is the highest medal you will get as an activist. This is the same place that people like Obasanjo, like Awolowo, like all the great men, everybody who has been arrested, they carry them in Black Maria. Great men, warriors. So now they have earned a medal of a warrior, and they will never look back. It is a scary experience for some of them. But after they go through that experience, oh my goodness, come and check them out. So by doing that arrest, by having them go through that initiation, they are coming out more determined to actually understand that they owe it as a duty to their nation, to their generation, to do what they are doing. That is what I have to say about that.
All right. We're rounding up now, but I want you to give your word. What should we expect next?
What we should expect next is a continuation of this. What Sowore has done by that October 1st, because you know how people spoke against that October 1st and say the people are mad. You know, they are waiting to kill you. Is it not just you be mumu? You know, oh yeah, go now. Go, make they kill you. You sit down there, you tell make people go, oh yeah, Chidi, you're there. If you people, you know, say they shoot people, they will shoot you. They'll shoot. With all that harassment, we stuffed our ears. We call Sowore and say, bros, what do you think? Should we? Say, no. Let me tell you what Sowore said. Sowore said, Chidi, no be today. These people, they know all this thing they are saying. They are the ones that are afraid, but they are flipping it to make it look like we are the ones that are afraid. They are afraid, and there's nothing they can do. Pata, they arrest. Pata, we release the people. It is something I've been with. We are going ahead full force. So by doing that thing, we have destroyed that myth that nobody can protest in Nigeria. We have empowered people to continue to protest. The protest will continue. That's the way forward. We will protest against SARS. We will continue to galvanize. People will begin to be energized. That fear that their oppressors and their conquerors put in their head, it will begin to diminish. They will now see that, look, so it's possible for the people's action to actually affect the government. Now they know that it is a little. Do you see the policemen and the military men that Sowore and Aisha Yusuf were addressing? Did you see how they were listening? That thing that it went into their head, and they are beginning to change. Did you see the policeman who came to apologize about the punch guy that they broke his head? The policeman came on Sahara Reporters. He came there and he apologized. He said he is sorry. That touched my heart. That showed me that, look, this thing is beginning to have effect. So we will continue. It is having effect, and until the government will finally give up. So that is the way forward. That's all I have to say.
Chidi, before you go.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, the fact that Sowore is still held in Abuja.
Yeah.
Personally, a friend of mine who lives in the US told me sometimes ago, he said it is just tactics. They are just holding him like being in prison in Abuja there. They are just preparing so that he doesn't have time, he doesn't have opportunity to prepare himself maybe ahead of 2023. And if care is not taken, because they have the judges in their pockets, even though I'm not proud saying this, honestly, I feel bad that I'm saying that you can't even count on the judicial system in Nigeria. But it seems so, So what do you think about that?
Right now, our priority and Sowore's priority is not the elections in 2023. These people, they are so predictable and they are so moronic in their thinking. I don't even know who advises them. We can read them like the pages of a newspaper. We know what they are trying to do is hold him, that they think his ambition is just to become president of Nigeria. No, that election that we participated in was because people dared us. People say, you people now so talk, if you want, come and participate. So we came to show that yes, we too can participate. Now after that, Sowore, if you were to ask me who is the best person, best president material, I will tell you Omoyele Sowore. But that is not the focus right now. The focus is on galvanizing Nigerians to take, even if this government continue to press Nigerians down from now to 2023, conduct another election in 2023 without Sowore, without anybody. Look at what is happening. Are you not seeing the Biafra agitation and the power that the momentum is gathering? Are you not seeing the Oduduwa agitation and the momentum that is gathering? Let them continue to focus on election and holding Omoyele down. Meanwhile, their backyard is burning. They are busy chasing rats. No, let them be chasing rats. Before they know how it in Igbo, we say, okay, I may have voom. Nanya, okay, I may have voom. The thing will just do them voom. That's what will happen. So why they are focusing on holding Omoyele Sowore so that he doesn't contest for 2023? Kwara Republic will be waiting. It's rising. Other ones are rising. By the time all of them rise, we will take over this revolution. They are not hearing it because God has used something to stuff their ears, but it will happen when they least expect it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chidi.
Thank you.
I know that you are very, very loaded, and I know that you'll be engaging with us on this platform very soon. Viewers, thank you very much. We love your participation. We enjoyed it, and I'm sure that Dr. Chidi has actually enjoyed it. Please do share this video so that other people will be able to see it. And we will be, bringing Dr. Chidi to discuss some other issues that concerns Nigeria very, very soon. And this is Opinion Sharers, where your opinion counts. We deliberately create this platform to engage with people because we know that Nigeria needs the non-formal education, the kind of education that is not available in university and private secondary schools, such that we will be able to engage this government. It is important that Nigerians engage them. And so that's why this platform is there. Thank you so much, Dr. Chidi, for coming to engage with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul. My pleasure.
All right. Thank you, viewers. Please do check us out on YouTube. It's important that you please subscribe. It doesn't cost money. It's Opinion Sharers. Thank you very much. Bye.